It's a brilliant time to be a Liverpool fan, there is no doubt about that. We are competing on all fronts to win the quadruple, something no English side has ever done before. But as we enter the summer months, of course, we're going to be talking about transfer rumours. And well, in this video, I'm going to be going over the players I want us to sell and the players I want us to bring into what is already a brilliant squad. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. We have a brilliant squad, there's no doubt about that, but there are a few players I just feel that lack a little bit. And I'm first going to go over the players I think we should sell this summer. Starting with Nico Williams, the lad wants regular game time. We can't give him that because Trent is the best right back in the world. He's a quality footballer, he's doing well at Fulham this season. Hopefully in an ideal world they can get him on a permanent for about 10 to 15 million, I think would be a fair enough price. Bournemouth are battling for promotion and Nat Phillips is playing a key part in that. And though I do love the man for his heroics last season and he always will have a special place in my heart, I just feel similar enough to Nico Williams, he just needs game time and I feel like Bournemouth would be a good destination if he were to go back there. Scott Parker does seem to be keen on him, so again a similar price tag of around 10 to 15 million. The last first team player I would sell would be Oxlade-Chamberlain. We've moved past him, he's really just not good enough for us anymore. There was a time where he was one of our best players and he picked up that horrible injury versus Man City in the Champions League. I think we've just moved past him, he's not good enough for us anymore. Because he's English we could probably sell him for about 15 to 20 million. We might as well just take the cash for him now instead of him just rotting on the bench and playing a few minutes in the Carabao Cup. I wouldn't sell anyone else in the first team squad, but I would loan out Curtis Jones. I'm going to bring in a few midfielders and the players I'm going to sign, so I might as well loan him out, give him a few minutes, get him a consistent run of games so he can develop as a footballer. It's probably better for him and the club, so when he comes back next year from his loan spell he'll be a better footballer. I think he could probably get a move to a mid-table Premier League side. Moving on to the players I think we should bring in, and I've picked 4 players, so that's a little bit optimistic. I think realistically we'll only bring on 3, but you might as well be optimistic, and starting with the obvious one, Fábio Carvalho. It's basically already a done deal. Fulham's president has already confirmed he won't be at Fulham next season, and with all the heavy links you have to say it's almost guaranteed he will be a Liverpool player, and the announcement will be within the next 2 weeks. The reported fee is about 7.7 million, and that is an absolute bargain. For a 19-year-old who's already gotten 10 goals and 8 assists in the Championship so far this season, I think he's going to fit into our style of play absolutely perfectly and probably be the long-term replacement to Bobby Firmino. His minutes probably will be quite limited next season considering we have a lot of forwards as it stands, and he is just 19. He's obviously going to need time to fit into Klopp's style of play to understand what he wants him to do, but I still think he'll play Carabao Cup games, FA Cup games, a few minutes here and there in the Premier League. He's not going to straight away add something to our squad, but definitely over the years we're going to see how good he's going to get and eventually he will be a starter. I spoke about Nico Williams being sold, and the person I want to be our new backup right back is Calvin Ramsey. I've watched very limited of him, really just YouTube highlight reels, but from the reports he is the most likely man to be our backup right back next season. He's just won Young Scottish Premiership Player of the Year, and that is in a struggling Aberdeen side who have been battling relegation, so he clearly has something about him, and from what I've read he's kind of like Trent really. He's very good going forward, has a little bit of frailties defensively, but I think that's fine. Really we just need someone to be there if Trent does get injured or if he just needs a rest. The reported fee is about 10 to 20 million, so should be affordable. Moving on to the third player, and I'm going to go with Tchouaméni. According to reports we've already made contact with his camps, he'd be around 45 million. He's probably one of the most in-demand players this summer. 22 years of age, can play as both a 6 and an 8. He's quite a strong lad for a 22-year-old, so I think he'd be fine with the physicality of the Premier League. He's the second highest completion rate of progressive passes in Europe, beaten by the man himself, Thiago. I think from all aspects signing him would make sense, and if he was to succeed he'd likely play on the right side of midfield, which would allow Trent to go a little bit more forward because he would cover defensively a lot better than someone like Naby Keita. There's a lot of teams battling for him: Man United, Real Madrid, Chelsea, and obviously us. As long as it doesn't go to a bidding war and we don't have to overpay, I definitely think we should be in for Tchouaméni this summer. He's now in the senior squad for France, but last year he was playing in the under-21 championship with a certain Ibrahima Konate, so hopefully Konate can help us out. My final player is going to be another midfielder. It might be a slight bit of overkill, but considering how injury prone Thiago and Naby Keita are, I just decided, might as well just say I'm going to bring in another midfielder. And the person I'm going to go with is Vitinha from Porto. You might know him for being on loan at Wolves last year. Wasn't particularly successful, but he's had a brilliant season at Porto this year. With Vitinha, it's more of a player I'd like to see at the club. The links to him haven't been as strong. He cost about 30 million, so it's not totally unrealistic, but compared to like the Tchouaméni, Carvalho, Calvin Ramsey, those links have been a lot more reliable, while with Vitinha it's just been here and there stuff. If I were to compare him with someone in our squad, I'd compare him to Thiago. His ability to glide past players with such trickery is absolutely fantastic. He probably gets it a little bit more forward than Thiago would, but I just think he's a fantastic player for a 22-year-old, and for about 30 million we should definitely be snapping him up. If we were to bring in the 2 midfielders I want, our main midfield would be Tchouaméni, Thiago, Fabinho, then our backup midfield would be Henderson, Vitinha, and then Naby Keita. And considering 5 substitutes is now being added into football, it will help us a lot, and no player will really not have enough minutes, so I think bringing in 2 midfielders probably would be smart for us this summer. It would also give us more of a variety. If you want to go attacking, you play Naby Keita or Vitinha over Tchouaméni. If you want to go a little bit more defensive, you play Tchouaméni along with Fabinho and Thiago, which would be a little bit more hostile of a midfield. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you think think I've put in too many midfielders. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. Please do consider subscribing and let me know who would you bring in this summer. Make sure to check out all the videos by me, and I will see you in the next one.